I really wish people would stop doing these things, and I've got the 10 annoying habits that will make anybody the least popular person on a cruise up next. Hey everyone, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And when it comes to going on a cruise ship, there's always certain unwritten rules. There's unwritten rules everywhere you go, whether it's school or work or vacation. And while you are on vacation, and there's a certain degree of a laid back atmosphere on a cruise, it's not an excuse just because you're on vacation to be inconsiderate to other people. Now, I've cruised enough to notice when certain behaviors irritate others, and it's usually the result of either ignorance or selfishness or both. I'm not saying I've never gotten into an elevator and hit the closed door button really quickly because I wanted to get going. I've done that before. But we're all a little bit selfish in some respect. But I like to think that I've never done any of the 10 most annoying habits on a cruise that I came up with. The point of this list is to make sure that you never end up being that guy when you go on your cruise. Let's start with number 1, smoking where you're not supposed to. Royal Caribbean has designated areas of the ship specifically for smoking or vaping, and everywhere else it is not allowed. Unfortunately, a few people will sneak smokes in elsewhere, such as their stateroom balcony or even in public areas around the ship. Smoking is not permitted in any venue, in a restaurant, theater, bar, lounge, hallway, elevator, or jogging track. Outdoor areas near restricted areas like food venues and kids' play areas and pools don't allow smoking either. Now, in my experience, people vaping indoors is the most common occurrence of this problem. I rarely have ever seen anybody actually smoking a cigarette inside. Almost always, the people vaping try to be sly about it, exhaling into their shirt, up in the air, or down to the side. Among everything in this video, this is one of the few annoying habits that's more than just being inconsiderate, it's flagrantly against Royal Caribbean's rules. Number 2 is using your hands at the buffet. I'm always surprised when I see somebody using their hands to grab food from the buffet, but it definitely happens. It might seem innocent, like grabbing a bread roll or a cookie with your hands, but the issue is mitigating the spread of germs on board, and using your hands does not help with that. It's unsanitary, and others around you are sure to notice. Next is letting others out of the elevator first. When an elevator arrives at a floor, the people waiting for the elevator should stand aside from the doors to let others out of the elevator first before getting in. Unfortunately, this lack of elevator etiquette is not limited to cruises. It happens at hotels and office buildings and anywhere else on land, but it's certainly not an excuse anyway. Not only is it polite to let others out of the elevator first, it benefits you to do so because it frees up space in the car. And while not on my list for this video, I'd also add that if you get to the elevator and you're waiting for an elevator and clearly you saw other people who were there before you, you should let them in the elevator first, or at least make an attempt to pause and let them go in. If they're not paying attention or what have you, hey, that's all on them. But at least respect the fact that they were there before you, so they should probably get in the elevator before you. Next on my list is playing music loudly. Now, in today's age of AirPods and noise-canceling headphones, I'm always surprised when somebody is actually playing their music too loudly. I experience this less at the ship's pools than in their cabin. Some people, I think, are just used to listening to music really in their room as they get ready, and I suspect that might be why some passengers play their music much too loudly. Cruise ship staterooms are not very well insulated, especially not against noise, and your music will absolutely bleed through the walls. Likewise, if you're bringing a speaker to the pool or the beach, that's okay. Just make sure the volume is really not high enough to be heard all around you. Something else to avoid is really just yelling at somebody else on your cruise. Now, we all have moments where there's an issue and your blood boils and you want to lash out at that family member, friend, or stranger, but yelling and creating a scene just isn't the solution. This is one of those easier said than done bits of advice. I get it, because as you become frustrated, you're not going to instantly start thinking about YouTube videos that you watched about what not to do on a cruise ship. So trust me, I get it. If another passenger gets on your nerves, my advice is just walk away to diffuse the situation. It's simply not worth hashing it out with a stranger and then having to become a spectacle within that moment. If it's a family member, well, maybe walking away isn't so practical. And in that scenario, again, a little bit of separation, a break, a pause, or at least go back to your cabin and hash things out or settle things out. But really, creating an incident is probably not the right approach. A very unpopular move on any cruise ship is to be a chair hog, because chair hogs are a real issue that probably rank among the most frustrating parts of a cruise. Now, my definition of a chair hog is somebody that goes out to the pool in the early morning, puts towels or belongings down on chairs to reserve them, and then disappears for a few hours. A lot of people want to be in or near the pool, especially on sea days, and it's fine. if you want to wake up early and enjoy time by the pool. But you shouldn't be taking up chairs if you're not going to be there for an extended period of time. My example are the folks that get up at like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., put their stuff down, and then disappear for a couple of hours before actually coming back to the pool deck. Now, while I doubt the chair hog problem ever goes away, I try not to be part of the problem by making it any worse. Something else that will definitely get you a few stares and glares is talking loudly during shows. While a Royal Caribbean theater is not as formal or swanky as a Broadway theater in New York, talking during a performance is rude to both your fellow passengers and the cast on stage. Obviously, it's okay to whisper something to somebody sitting next to you, but having a full conversation is a faux pas to avoid, especially at a normal speaking volume. It's perfectly acceptable to excuse yourself to step out of the theater and take a phone call or speak with somebody else. But try not to have, again, a conversation at regular volume while the show is going on. Next on my list of things that will make you very unpopular on a cruise, something that's a pet peeve of mine, and that is holding up disembarkation lines. Getting off the cruise ship in the morning is never fun. Your vacation is over, and you're headed back to reality. So the last thing you want to do is slow the line down getting off. There's usually a line to exit the ship, and all that's required is you scan your SeaPass card. Yet, there's always a number of passengers who either don't have their SeaPass card, left it in the cabin, or some other issue, and it holds up the entire line. The SeaPass is needed to scan so the crew members know you've disembarked the ship. It's really simple. So when you're walking off the ship on that final morning, make sure you keep your SeaPass with you as you exit to have it ready to scan. So as you get close, take the SeaPass card out of your pocket, hold it in your hand. That way, it's a quick bing boom, and you're on your way. When my kids were younger and we went to Adventure Ocean a lot, this one always bugged me, and that are the parents trying to register their kids at prime time. So Royal Caribbean holds an open house for the entire afternoon on embarkation day to register your kids, and yet there's usually a family that tries to register their kids at Adventure Ocean at check-in later that evening. The problem is there's only one entrance to the kids club for every age group, and if somebody is registering their kids, it blocks the rest of the line. This means everyone else must wait to sign their kids in while the parent at the front of the line finishes the registration paperwork. Adventure Ocean registration begins at 1 p.m. on the first day of the cruise, and it's a really great time to go and meet the counselors, get everything taken care of, so drop-off is super quick. And the last one is probably the most important one, because that is being disrespectful to crew members is going to make you one of the least popular people on board a cruise ship. There is never an excuse to be rude to a crew member. Crew members work extremely hard to make your vacation amazing, and sometimes accidents happen, or they're there to enforce important rules, regardless if you agree with the rules or not. Unfortunately, some passengers will completely ignore a crew member, yell at them, or lecture them like they're a child. Crew members are human beings, so if there's an issue at hand, ask to speak to their manager, or go to guest services to get it resolved. A really common example of this is actually when a crew member is giving an instruction and a guest completely ignores them, like asking them to wash their hands when they walk into a venue, or telling a guest that only certain guests are allowed into a particular venue. This happens more often than you think, and it's really sad when it does. So it's really important that if a crew member gives you an instruction, it's your obligation to follow it. They don't make up the rules. They're just reminding you of what you should be doing. If you don't like it, that's a different story. But at the end of the day, respect the rules, and more importantly, respect the people, because that's what the crew members are. They're real people there, and they deserve your respect. There you go. 10 things that are pretty much guaranteed to annoy everyone else around you and make you the least popular person on a cruise ship. I think a lot of these are common sense. I think some of these are really just about following the rules that are out there and being aware of them. But at the end of the day, it's important to be considerate of others around you. And while you're on vacation and you're entitled to a certain degree of enjoying all that, I still think it's really important that you make sure that you're being cognizant of others around you and you're not breaking any rules yourself. Let me know in the comments below, are there any other annoying habits that should have been made this video? Let me know in the comments below. While you're down below our video, hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. That way, YouTube lets you know of a brand new video to share. This has been Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. We'll talk again real soon.